Terve kaikille! Täällä kokeillaan tämmöistä kuin What Remains of the Edith Finch. Eli tää on uusi peli, mitä me aiotaan pelata tällä kertaa. Tällä hetkellä me ollaan jossain lautan päällä ja en tiedä, mä en... Okei.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm
sorry. I'm
just gonna start at the beginning with the house.
Joo. Mitä mä just tänne päädyin? Mitä? Moro.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Lammihan kannatais katsoa mikä striimi mä nyt teen täällä.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
I hit been back since my brother Louis' funeral. Mikä heittoja sieltä?
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
I heard mother left me the key, but I don't tell me what I unlock. Okay.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Tämmöstä kun erittiä, joku erittäin hauska niin kun kauhuleffa juttuu menoilla. Kannattais katsoa YouTubea vähän. Siellä näkee parhaiten.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Mä oon kaikki NHL-fanit. Mitä peuraako tää, kun se on hirvi?
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Oh.
But now I
tulee goosebumps kohta. I have soon bag. Washington. Onks mä jo Washingtonin alueella?
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Missä? What? Yes. There is
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Tuossa on 4.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Laittakaa kommenttikenttä, mitä te luulette, mihin tää vain sopii. Joo. 5/5. Mulla on.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Kiitos sales pointista.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Ei kun yksin peli. Tää on ilmanen. Mulla on ihan kanalihalla jo, kun pelaan tätä kattoja. Mä pelaan tää 17-vuotias tytöllä tällä hetkellä. Mikä kalenteri tässä?
First time in years.
Januari 2010! Ed, Da, Louis, Milton, Editim. Kannata seurata mun YouTubessa.
I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Apua. Mua nyt pelottaa. Mua pelottaa.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
No.
It was like a bomb had gone off. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Ja mulla ei oo sitä. Mä en halua sitä vitseihin, koska ei oo mulle. Miksi sä pystyt... Ai niin, koska... Tää tulee PS...
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
Onko tää joku hemmet kauhuleffa?
Joo.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Hyvä keksintö muuten vanhasta
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Ei voi olla totta. Mä en ymmärrä miksi mun pakko tehdä Switchillä koska
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Onko se parempi sinne laittaa?
Louis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Se on vähän vaikea, kun en mä siihen pysty tekemään mitään.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Okei.
Karmin pappeli.
Mä otan tos... Ei... Mitä tää on? Sukupuuko?
Tuo on... En mä tiedä mikä se on. Ehkä poposta.
Twitch. Mun pitää vaan löytää tavaroita täältä. Mollis.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving.
Ei
So I looked
voila.
around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. My Halloween candy was all gone.
Nyt mä olin pikkutytöllä.
I kept eating and eating.
Oi, että toi oli hyvä makuinen.
I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
What?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Okay. Aha. Mitä mä nyt täällä? Mitä mä nyt tässä teen? Mitä? Mä en pysty mennä takaisinpäin. Mitä?
Mutta mennään eteenpäin.
Miten mä pääsen toiselle puolelle tota?
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
What?
Hyppää vielä eteenpäin tosta puuleen.
Pakko seurata vaan tätä lintua.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Et sä voi olla. Vähän vaikea tehdä vitsihommat kuin kahta yhtä aikaa.
I gobbled her up.
Ei voi olla.
And suddenly, I was an owl.
Tipaitko?
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I
Oh.
heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Miten se voi... Tää graafikka teitä on...
Rabbits.
Mitä se on lintu?
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Oh my god.
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Uh-oh. Nyt on joku ongelma, että...
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean.
Ekaksi oli kissa,
Now, I
Sitten-
was hungrier than ever.
lintu, sitten haai. Mitä hemmettä pelitulos on?
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Toi on niin Pikkusen. Tää... Come on.
Kohikka tässä.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Oh my god. Et sä pystyt PSP:ssä kommentoimaankin.
I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What? Ei, oh no! Onks mä joku angerias nykyään?
I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet.
On tää vähän koko.
Mitä?
I wanted to stop.
Pelottaako
Also,
Erkolla?
I didn't.
Ei pelaa, kyllä mä olin niin.
Passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Please, älä oikeesti. Mitä ihmettä? What? Ei voi olla.
I got closer and closer.
Odota. Eli mä pelasin ensin tuolla, mikä elää nyt tällä hetkellä. Niin, ja sit se mikä nyt on toi Molly. Mä tulin sen vessapentestä ylös. Ja olen ankerias. Tai joku ihme. Nyt on pakko ottaa tauko. Muuten ei tuu mitään. Nyt on pakko. Ei tarvi. Ja. Jaa.
Niin, mitä sattuu tapahtuu ja... Kaikenlaista. Tää piti pelihost.
Jaa. On pakko ottaa hengätystä. Ei tästä ei tuu mitään. Borpojat, se on sun päässäs.
Joo. Ai se rakenna linnakin tuolla. Onko se suuri linna? Joo, se poikka. Niin.
Huhhuhuhuh. Peli jatkuukoon.
Jestas sen. Se on vähän sen haastavaa homma.
Okei.
Niin.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
Ai niin, koska se syötyy se.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Ai, mun pitää vaikka herätä niitä Joo.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Aha, kiitos vähän hyvästä pois.
When we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse.
Pakko. Ei. Mitä ihmettä tapahtuu maailmassa? Ei kun tää voi olla vielä... Eli hetkinen. Mä oon toi eka elää vielä. Ja kaikki on niitä lähisukulaiset on menettänyt.
Niin.
Mä jätän... Miten mä pystyn lopettaa? Ei, mä pistän tää.
Wife Ingeborg
Mä jatkan
and
tämän.
their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Mä teen tän loppuun vaikka...
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Edith Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Ei tätä pysty... Mä pidän tän koko... Mä etsin nää kaikki... Yksi, 9,
No, tää on haastava peli kuitenkin.
Niin.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon ship.
Bingo! Mä löysin joku hyvä.
She could have, but she didn't.
Mä löysin tää. Norway.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Ei mitään nyt. Mä löysin Norjan lipun tää pelistä. Norjan lipun. Ja mä pelaan tän loppuun.
It was a pretty big trace.
Mun eksä muija pyytää pelaa Fortnite. Ei kyllä kerkee, mulla on muita menoja vittu mun eksä saatana vainossa ei.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house.
Hän pyytää pelaa Fortnite, mut mä en lähde Fortnite. Mä pelaan huvi.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Niin. Ah! Jep. Ei voi olla! Nää sama häkit on Si. Resident Evil 7. Nää häkit.
Lewis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Joo, tuohon vois jättää pienelle tauolle, koska ei. Pystyykö se puhelimessakin laittaa automaattisesti sen Twitchin suoraan? Niin, mutta yhdistäis pleikkarin kautta. Ai että. Tää ei oo hyvä.
Kauppelit on aina hyviä. Mutta voi.
Joo.
Voi. Kalkkua makkarat.
Joo.
Osaako peli?
No joo. Mhm. Ja pieni hetki katsoa, että mä joudun tehdä tämmösen tempun vaan, että te jaatte sinne. Ai niin, stupid. Jos mä painan joku nappi, se lähtee, koko pelijuttu lähtee samalla. Jäiks! Jäiks. Mun ex ei voi jättää mut rauhaan. Mhm. Mulla on pakko käyttää jonkun kautta pääse sinne Switchiin. Eli siihen sivustolle. Niin. Mhm. Mä joudun avaa tietokoneen. Hiiri ei oo päällä.
Kyllä kuitenkin mulla oli interessantti. Oh.
What the... Kiitos, että voisit... Ei tässä on mitään, kun palaan aina... Teekö sä enää Twitch-hommia? Niin.
What the fuck happened?
Mä käytän mun toista nimeä Twitchissä sitten. Facebook. Ei kun minun omalla nimellä tietysti. Ei mun toinen käyttäjä. Kato, mä oon Jere, Alex, Mikko, mä vetän mun kolmatta nimeä. Mitä? Oon mä kattonut. Jaa. Hyvä.
Fuck happened? Kun mä oon
Facebook. Jatketaan. Mutta mistä mä pääsen nyt ulos? Come on. Come on. Tätä samaa peliä.
Ai karhu löi.
Oh. Mistä ihmeestä mä pääsesin ulos?
Jumpi. Siis karhu juoksee siu perässä.
Happy 90th birthday. Okei. Aa!
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look.
No.
It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Bingo! Haha!
Minä oikein näihin sairaanhoitajiin tarvinnut aina.
Ensin mä tutkin täältä.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Selvä.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Mikä ihme? Fort Cliff. Ei! Nyt mua alkaa tulla goosebumps, eli kanaa.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
Ei, kun mulla
He never talked about him.
mulla tuli...
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
Eikö sun pitää noudattaa sun äitis käskyä?
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Mä keinun pieni poika täällä.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Älä tee sitä. Älä vaan tee sitä.
Oi jumala. Tuolla tän häikyy. Jopa.
En mä ymmärrä, aavistuksessa tapahtuu jotain. Laittakaa kommentti kentälle vaan mitä te luvitte.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Oh no!
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
I mean... Come on. Ota se avain. Come on. Kerro pois. Random. Okay.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Ota se. Mitä vit? Mä taistelen. Oota. Miksi et ottanut sitä kaavasta kiinni? En oo. No niin, nyt alkas Lytti kirjoittaa.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Mä katon ensin mitä täällä löytyy.
Oh!
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as
No,
a child
mitä?
star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Turulinno.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous
Iso
for her
kivi,
scream.
mikä on kallion päällä.
Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Ja kuulee.
Ei. Miksi sä pistät tämmösen?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Ei, älä.
The leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Ei nyt. Nyt on pakko. Oi juma. Barbar. Okei. Ei pääse.
Describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Saw the hook man and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara. There's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played.
Ei, älä nyt vaihda kanava.
Oli loistoa tuulella tuolla Pohjois-Amerikassa, oli NHL.
Sorry, fellow, ursäkta mig. Att, no. Come on, Suomi! Jo kolmaset tulee tällä hetkellä. Joo. Yhdysvallat.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Hei jumalauta!
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
0-0. Eikö USA teki maali?
I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending. I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Barbara, born 84.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it. Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left. Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara. It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and my grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Vai vuosi? Okei. Mielenkiintoinen.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Mä en ole pyytänyt.
I wonder if that comic was right about there being a key inside the music box near the basement.
Kommentti. Subscribe this channel, please.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Emma!
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Bingo!
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Eka erä vastmenoilla.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories...
Mielenkiintoinen paikka.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
2005.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped.
Miten se voi olla yllättäkö? Äsken se oli 70-luvulla, nyt se on 2000-luvulla.
Maybe you got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, The longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can. I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
On.
Maybe this is all a mistake.
Ja sinne uppas.
But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
1952 hän oli vielä hengissä, kun se syntys. Ja sit se kuoli 2005. Ja mikä mä nyt tuo päänäyttelijä, hän on vielä elossa, koska siinä ei oo... Tässä voisi tällä joku jatko-osaakin vielä tästä.
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one more day. I can already imagine the sun in my face.
Holy my god!
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Joo.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Ai sun vaarisko? Okei. Se asuisi Helsingissä.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Okei. Ketä me täällä?
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Suomi voi päihitti Kanadankin. Alkoi ensimmäisessä ottelussa, miksei se voi leittää USAkin.
But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
Miksi et sä voinut
I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Rappusia ylös. Stair upstairs. Let's go upstairs.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
I have booksbang. En tiedä, mulla on kanala. Eli tonne menee.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Pyörä ihan ehjänä vielä. A bike is so not...
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 are my fault.
Luke. 33 soon. Okay. Koko.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Hän eli 10 vuotta, hän eli 11 vuotta. Se kuli aikaisemmin. What the?
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Okay, that's what...
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't
America!
She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Joo. Oi että, minkä ihmeen takia Suomi on niin heikkoa?
Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Mä löysin isomman Amerikan lippu, yeah. Yeah. It's out of sight.
I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Did you want to get a picture of me or what? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Kuinka monta kuvaa sä otat, hei? En mä ymmärrä.
nothing quite like being outside.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dom. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Sori katsoa, pakko vähän nauttia jäskistä. Lammio. Mä voin katsoa Twitchiä, mut mä en tee sinne videoita. Niin, mutta mä katon sieltä, mut mä en tee sinne mitään. Klikkaa.
Nyt on varaa valita. Double bacon, vain 3 euroa. Mäkkäristä. Löijy. Ois kannattanut laittaa yksi peli aikaisemmin tuon Vehnän maali, eli Vehviläinen maaliin. Sä oot paras ystävä, Lammio.
Hyvä avaus, Mikko oli keskellä, Manninen pyyhkäisi liikkeelle, Harri Pesonen ja tulee sitten toiselta puolelta
Suomi maali! Suomi! Joo! Suomi kaventaa 2-1! Pieni munkki. I'm very sorry, watcher. I need to ice cream. Moro! Jaa. Oho. Jatketaan.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail with deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target.
Vähän heikosti näkyy kuva. No, parempi.
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Now keep yourself squared up, elbows down, like we practiced. Whenever you're ready.
Come on. Come on, babe. Shoot that flower.
Great shot, Don.
Just.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer. Hang on, kiddo. Just try to get a shot of the two of us together.
Ah, come on. Tää on vähän vaikee.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Think about
Dad!
Tää on se viimeinen kuva.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me. After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Oh no! Mitä nyt ihmeellistä tuo on? Älä!
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
Ei vaan tiedä mitä tosta tapahtuu.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. Reminded me so much of him. Lost in his imagination.
Jere oopperaa! Tästä tulee niinku mun mielestä korsenttia. Uhuu! Sain mä!
how silly it sounds.
Ei vaan se äiti vaan ymmärrä.
Being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
Oh no! Oh no!
There's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything.
Soppi huimaa vasta vauvana! Ei vitsi! He's
But I know what
trying to help. I learned to swim on a baby driver.
I'm sure he's happy. If you want me to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Oh my god. Säälittävä. Mitä?
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Oh no. Mä tiedän mikä tässä tapahtuu. I know what it is happening. As lightning hit that kite, he's going to die.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Mä näen Saksan lippu.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. Rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Mä tuhotaan kaikki näitä.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. but all my father said to this was, make the music louder. I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam.
Oh my god!
Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Reese flag 7:30 a.m. Breakfast 8 a.m. Quiet time 11 p.m. Tues Rude Jump Roof 100%. Jump Jacks 115. Okay. Ai sen takia se on liimattu, joo. Well, I'll rock you.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Odota. Ei takaaja-asemalla. Juu, mä tuun kohta takaisin. Hommi. Ouch. Ovi tuli jo suoraan otti. Onks Lammia vielä paikalla? Okei, se on vieläkin. Okei. Ei mistään, ei pääse vaan mistään vaan. Kokeilla tosta. Ei. Mä tutkin vielä yhtä kohtaa.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Miten mä pääsen tonne ylös? Aha.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Mikä? Trove.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Aha. Mun pitää laittaa toinen ensin.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Okay. Basili, Zeg, Jimmy.
And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
A, B. Ai, niillä oli kotikoulu.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Oh my god.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Mitä mä tolla tekisin tiedolla?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Puhuta poliisi Suomi!
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room. Except Louis.
Mitä? Lammio lähti.
Joo.
Mielenkiintoista. Mitä sille tapahtuu? Se vaan... Ei sanonut mitään.
Louis's room smelled very familiar. That part of him lived on. Louis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Hetkinen. Erikoinen pleikkari. Louis Locker.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Louis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Louis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
What?
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small. Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery, I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
Like a king, not.
He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis.
St. Louis.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for radiant rainbows. He followed the sound of her silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Okay.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise calico who'd insisted on inviting him. His queen waited, holding his crown.
Tätä mä luulen, mitä tässä tapahtuu.
Bend down his head. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Enää 2 paikkaa pitää käydä vielä. Mä yritän päästä johonkin. Ei pääse. I don't even know what I do now. I don't know what I do now. I did two already in here. What do I do now? Pitää mun päästä toiselle puolelle yllättää. Joo. I must go out the side this door. How I gonna do that?
Joo.
Tuossa on toi, mutta se ei pidä paikkaansa edes. Ei tässä pääse mitään alas. Ainoa tie menee ylös. Mä olin täällä. What's going on now? I want to go there. I'm not gonna go there. Why? Miten mä pääsen? Mä kävin tuolla. Pitäisikö mun käydä tuolla ylempää? Ei pääse. Tuolla on jotain tuolla, miten mä pääsen sinne? En pääse, se menee tonne. Mä palaan tänne. Mä en ymmärrä. Indonesia lippu. Joo, nyt mä tiedän mitä mun
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Mitä nyt tapahtuu?
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom said the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Wait. Mä oon nyt se tyttö, joka on tän tekee.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. Seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. Quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. Where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Joo, katsoit, ihan mielenkiintoinen tapainen tää oli. Joo. Vähän surullista on tää kaikki. Is everything so bad? And I don't know what to do.
Neurokirurgia on saanut harvinaisen €500,000 lahjoituksen yksityishenkilöltä. Lahjoituksella perustetaan mikroneurokirurgian valmennuskeskus. Alan koulutuslaboratorion puuttuminen on ollut selkeä heikkous yksikön muuten laadukkaassa toiminnassa. Komplikaatioiden määrän arvioidaan vähentyvän uudistuksen myötä. Suomi pelaa parhaillaan Yhdysvaltoja vastaan jääkiekon MM-kisoissa Slovakiassa. Kisoihin seuratunnaksi pelaajaksi on maalin mies 18-vuotias Kaapo Kakko. Ja tässä meillä parhaillaan ruudussa näkökinä Kaapon.
Jee! Se oli katsoa, että mulla on vähän I'm so sorry.
Lapissa tulee iltapäivällä vesi ja räntäpuu. Tässä olivat uutiset tiiviinä pakettina. Palataan vähitellen Anton kaukaloon. Ja me näemme jälleen runsaan 2 tunnin kuluttua. Näkemiin. Näkemiin.
Voin tehdä, I don't know what, I think I do Twitch, eller I don't know what to next.
Tänään mä valmistan teille mun oman arkiruuan. Eli vaahtolimon mellon, tulee sydvästra-pakettia, broileria ja sitten halutaan hyvässä kermakastiksessa. Broilerin fileitä paistan pannulla ja sen mitään tärkeää haastelee suolaa pippurilla, sitten kuitenkin on aika harvinainen somessa ruokapöydässä. Sitten on kuorta ja vähän
Uusi sikanauta jauhelihapakkaus. Läpäisi eeppisen testinnän. Se on helppo avata. Se minimoi muovijätteen. Se murustuu mukavasti. Toivottavasti tykkäätte. Lapioiden valtakunta puhisee erilaisia kappaleita. Niillä kaikilla on salaisia paikkoja. Ne tekevät sellaista mittavaa. Ja jaksat tuntia diskokodon loisteessa vaikka koko ajan. Isä, syödään kalaa. Seikkailua varten ei tarvitse mennä äsken olemassa.
Joka seuraava video tai streamin parissa, se on moikka.
Onks toi